Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse, and in today's segment I want to discuss with you advanced level prepping. Pardon the quality of this video. I am literally about to jump on a plane in 40 minutes, and I needed to, or had to jump on a plane in 40 minutes, and I needed to make this video real quick and get the message out there. I've had a lot of people lately ask me, okay, well, I've got my beans, bullets, and band-aids covered, and I'm coming to your class, Patriot Nurse, so what's the next step here? And to answer this question, this advanced level prepping, I think requires a mindset change. For those of you who are involved in the training community, you'll note that mindset is pretty far up there on the hierarchy of important things. But there needs to be some pretty heavy checks on the prepping agenda when it comes to being advanced. When you have your bases covered and you're sitting there evaluating your stockpiles of things and your skill sets, there needs to be a point in time in which we step back and we chill out. I've changed, or I guess mellowed a little bit in the past few years, which has caused some people to label or throw this, level of blame at me and say, Patriot Nurse, you're compromising, or you're getting off message. Well, no, actually, I'm chilling out and I'm letting my message be informed by experience. And I think that that's a very common mistake in the prepper community, is that because someone isn't fear-based and because they're not reactionary and explosivistically angry all the time, that somehow they don't get it. And no. Perspective is everything. I would submit to you that advanced level prepping is more focused on the community than the individual. And I know that's going to bump heads with a whole bunch of people who are diehard about the individual and individual rights and liberties. Well, yeah, I am too. But the focus here, in the grand scheme of things, tends to be less about the individual person surviving and how does he or she fit into their community. How does the community survive and thrive in times of disaster and difficulty? I think that I used to be very focused on an event when I was younger, focused on an event, the single locus point, and the decay of the economy based on that. And I have since come away from that. Could our economy at a single point unravel and black swan scenario and everything go down? Yeah, it could. I don't think it's going to, though. And again, I could be wrong. I'm not a prognosticator here, but I'm starting to shift away from that and think that it will probably look more like a controlled descent, because there are many safeguards on our economy and on the government and things that happen whenever the norm is deviated from. So advanced level prepping then becomes the shift in the focus from us and our individual family, our small little circle, to the larger, progressively larger concentric circles around us, your neighbors, your community, your neighborhood, all of these things together. If you are able to help ensure the stability of the surrounding area, you're going to indirectly help ensure your own survival and your own thriving, okay? And as I've gotten older, more experience, got more lashes in this thing called life, I'm less focused on me. Because after all, I'm just one person. There is one of me in the grand scheme of things, and when Patriot Nurse's life goes out, there will be somebody else come along throughout the fabric of time. That the question then on me and what I'm going to do to help people is, okay, what am I going to do with the time that is given me? And this is a challenge that I'm giving to you. What are you going to do with the time that is given you? Who are you going to impact? Are you going to impact people by squirreling a whole bunch of stuff away and hoping for the best whenever times come? It's one method. Or conversely, are we going to be proactive in making people's lives better now, in affecting people positively, in taking care of our neighbor, in cooking food, and taking food to sick friends. How about sick neighbors? People who don't even really know you that well, but just being kind to them because you can. If we want a more stable future, I think it starts with us. It starts with us being willing to take steps and go out on a limb and say, you know what? I may not even like these people who live nearby me. I've seen that a lot. Oh, I've seen that a lot. Like, I'll read the comment section. I think I read it on the neighbors video. And people are saying, well, you don't know my neighbors. You do this, up in New York. Or you do this here. Or you do this there, and they'll get you shot. Really? I'm not saying that that isn't true in some places, but for the most part, no, guys, that's not the case. Here's another common thing that I get. I've tried to get my neighbors on board with this prepping thing, and they just look at me like I'm crazy. Just throwing it out there. Delivery is everything, guys. If you sell it with this whole frenzy, oh my God, the world's going to end tomorrow. If you sell it like that, they're going to think you're crazy. So there's a complete difference here between, we got to start stuff tomorrow, and, I think it would be really good for us to have a plan that in case something happened that we could communicate, or, it might be a good thing for us to consider having a few days extra amount of food on hand. Notice the difference between it might be good for a few days versus, oh my God, you have to get a year now. It's a little bit different. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm really wanting folks to reach out here and to make connections with your neighbors in your community. I promise you, your life is going to be better. If you have a chance to positively affect people now, then you add meaning to your life. Stuff and piles of crap in your basement does not equal meaning. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm saying this just because I've lived it, okay? In the grand scheme of things, when people's lives are on the line, it's what you did with your life that counts. Who you affected, whose lives you changed for the better, not how much stuff you have. Okay? So I'm pleading with you a little bit. I gotta go here because I gotta get ready and jump on the plane. Advanced level prepping is not how much stuff you have, it's whose lives you impact. Regardless of what confronts us as a country, as a nation, your community, and the people around you, and what you do to make their lives better, that's what makes you an advanced level prepper, not the amount of stuff you have. I hope it was helpful for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video today, please subscribe to me, Patriot Nurse, and also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Let me extend a personal invitation to you also. If any part of this message resonated with you, come out to class. Come out to class. I'm going to be going to Grand Rapids this weekend, and Indianapolis later, Indianapolis, Portland, Sacramento, Camden, Tennessee, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, White Plains, New York, Manchester, New Hampshire, and Lakeland, Florida, and Yakima, Washington this year. I think I probably forgot a couple other places, but go to the website. Check it out, www.thepatriotnurse.com. Come out to class. I'd love to have you there, and I would love to meet you guys in person. I hope it was helpful for y'all today. And for now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off, and I will see y'all later. Bye. Oh, that felt good. Oh.